everyone. When we come knocking, you need to open. It's the Kidz Arena once again. Welcome to the most amazing kids show right now in Ghana and only on TV3.
It's always a joy to be on your screens every Saturday morning. And you know, you don't just learn a thing or two. It's a whole experience for a lifetime. Thanks for tuning in. Now, Aurelia, are we going to start off with positive affirmations or a quote today?
It's been a while we had our positive affirmations, so let's sit and have our positive affirmations today.
Okay, so I guess you can start then.
So my positive affirmations are, I matter, I am happy to be alive, and I am important.
Okay, so mine are, I am proud of myself, my opinion matters, and I am valued.
Awesome! You two watching can write down your positive affirmations and keep repeating them to yourselves every time. That's a good way to stay positive.
And share with us those affirmations on the details on your screen. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Remember to keep being nice to each other. We will be right back.
Keep smiling. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. As usual, we start off with our topic of the day. But before that, Anelam, most of us kids are on vacation. What about you?
So, I actually traveled to South Africa and Dubai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah.
Right there.
It was very fun. In Dubai, I actually have two things there. First of all, the culture, how the different people there. And yeah, it was so nice. We got to go to Abu Dhabi as well. We drove there and we got to see some indigenous shows as well.
Oh.
So it was very nice. And also the weather was very hot there, like 50, I think up to like 40, 50 degrees. It was very hot, yes. But it's very welcoming to people of different races and cultures. You could see Asians, Arabs, just very different people there. Yeah, so that's what stood out for me.
You made mention of how hot Dubai was, and I also made mention of summer classes. Yes. Do we even have summer here in Ghana?
No, we don't. There's the dry season and there's the rainy season. That's what we call it here in Ghana.
So, our viewers watching, have you ever wondered why in Ghana there are just 2 seasons, but in other parts of the world there are about 4 seasons? Well, our topic of today will help us understand why. Talking about 2 seasons, which one is your favorite, Anelam?
The rainy season, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I sort of like it when it's raining. Sometimes in Ghana it can get very hot most of the time, and I don't really like that. I start sweating a lot. Yeah, so I like the rainy season more.
Okay.
What about you?
I also like the rainy season too.
Oh, okay.
When it's raining, it's all cold, and maybe you are watching a movie or something, then like that feeling, you know?
Yeah. A reason why Ghana is so hot is because it's actually very close to the equator as well. Some countries, I'll say Ecuador, for example. Yeah. You could even hear equator in the name, sort of. I think they're the country closest to the equator, and it's actually very, very hot there as well. And just like Dubai as well, it's incredibly hot there. Yeah. So, I think it's also because of climate change as well.
Yes.
Why Ghana is very hot.
Yes, because talking about like the weather condition, you can see that we are in a rainy season, but the weather is kind of cold and there's no rain. So I think the weather pattern has changed due to climate change, I would say. And climate change has really caused a lot because I would say climate change can cause a lot of health issues.
Yeah. Also, the loss of animal habitats as well. Some animals thrive in the heat. Also plants. Plants also thrive in the heat. But now some crops may even die because they don't have exposure to proper sunlight as well. So the seasons, that's why they say that, this fruit is not in season. Because if it's winter and some fruits or some plants thrive in the summer, they won't have enough to buy or sell, as a matter of fact, yes.
Do you have any idea of how floods are formed or caused?
I could say the blockage of like gutters. Sometimes when people throw rubbish into gutters as well, it may block them, causing floods in everywhere actually. Yeah. So pollution, many things can affect like floods or maybe natural disasters or something. Yes.
Flood is mostly caused by the stubborn people in our environment, because you know they know that you are supposed to throw rubbish into waste bins, but they will gather it and pack it into gutters, which at the end the parts on which the water will flow will be choked, and that causes the flood. So yeah,
I absolutely agree with you, but I also feel like government authorities like the AMA, for example, should always ensure that when people want to build something, they don't build over waterways, and that they should also build very nice drainage systems for people, and also put garbage bins all over, so that those stubborn people that you're talking about, don't throw stuff away in the gutters, causing floods.
Okay, so Anela, what would you suggest for us as kids to be able to protect the environment? Because you would admit the fact that the ozone layer is becoming weaker, and this is due to activities of human.
So the depletion of the ozone layer can even change the seasons. As you were saying, that even though it's the rainy season, it's just cold. No rain. So as children, we could always seek for permission from adults to help recycle.
As we are wrapping up the discussion, what are your last words for kids watching?
As children, we should always reduce, reuse, and recycle, and keep everywhere clean, your classroom, your workspace, your bedroom, everywhere.
Okay, so mine is short. As humans, we have to protect our environment in order to save our ozone layer. And as you all know, our thoughts on the weather condition in Ghana will be incomplete without an expert take. So up next is What the Adults Say segment. Hello there everyone! Today for the What the Elders Say segment, I am here at the Ghana Meteorological Agency to find out all the answers to our questions relating to the seasons in Ghana. Join me, let's find out. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Please, I'm Aurelia Kwate from the Kidz Arena show, and I'm here just to find out everything about the seasons in Ghana. But before that, please give us a brief background about yourself and what you do here.
All right, thank you. My name is Joshua Asamoah. I am a meteorologist here at the Central Analysis and Forecast Office at the Ghana Meteorological Agency.
What is the meaning of meteorological? Does it have anything to do with weather?
It actually does. We look into weather and climate information. So that's what we are here for.
I would like to know, why is it that in Ghana we have just 2 seasons, but in other parts of the world we have about 4 seasons? Why?
Well, we can actually have 4 seasons here in Ghana as well. In Europe, there's winter, there's spring, there's summer, and there's autumn. So those are the 4 major seasons that we know. But basically there are 2 seasons, winter and summer. The spring and the autumn are just periods within the 2 seasons. So you are transitioning from one season to another season. So we can have the same thing here in Ghana as well. There's the wet season and the dry season. So we can have the period when we are moving from the wet season into the dry season as another season. And then when we are moving from the dry to the wet season, we can consider that one as another season. So we can have 4 here in Ghana as well, but we prefer to have just the dry and the wet seasons.
Amazing. Okay, so how would you say climate change has affected us?
Well, climate change basically is affecting us in terms of drought, in terms of flooding issues, temperature increase, sea level rising. Those are the effects of climate change. You know, Ghana is just it shares border with the Gulf of Guinea. So once sea level rises, we'll get the tides from the ocean coming into the coastal parts. Recently, you had events of Ada and Kidz areas having the sea sweeping across. Yes, so those are some of the effects we've seen. In the past few years, we've seen drought and then food shortage as a result of low productivity due to climate issues. So those are the effects that we are seeing. There's also a constant increase in temperature. Temperatures are becoming quite high globally. We are experiencing that in Ghana as well. So those are the effects of climate change for us in Ghana.
So what are some of the things as kids can do to protect our environment?
As a kid, you may not be able to go around planting trees and all of those things, but you learn in school what climate change is, the effects it will have on the society. So when you go home, you can teach your friends around, your parents, just engage them in a conversation. Tell them what the effects of climate change will do on their daily activities and let them now take the action on your behalf.
Yes.
So just educate them more to take the action.
They can even help us in planting the trees.
Yes.
But I also want to ask this question. You know that in August it's supposed to rain, but in this case it's very, very cold. Why? Is it because the patterns have changed?
Not necessarily. The patterns actually remain the same. For people who have been really observant, August is the coldest month within the year. Every year, the coldest temperatures are recorded in August. So it's not really unusual to get these low temperatures in August now. What happens is that we know the sun does not move. The earth rather revolves. But you and I are here. We don't see the sun and the earth moving. We are living on the earth, but we don't see it moving. So we assume that the sun is the one that is rather moving. So we call it the apparent movement of the sun. All right. So the sun starts in the southern hemisphere. The sun is the basic source of energy for convection or any weather activity in Ghana. We are in the tropics, so our basic source of energy is from the sun. So when the sun is in the southern hemisphere, all the active weather will also move to the southern hemisphere. So during December, January, and February, when we get the dry conditions, dusty weather, that is because the sun moves towards the southern hemisphere. So areas in southern Africa will be getting their rainfall whilst we are getting the dry conditions. When it's moving back to the equator around March, we get very high temperatures. So March, April, thereabouts, it's very warm and hot here in Ghana. Then the sun moves further away into the north. So around July, August, it's in the northern hemisphere. Because the sun moves away from Ghana, the clouds form to the northern portions of Africa. Winds move from the ocean to feed those low pressures or higher temperatures in the northern African continent. So they come with lots of moisture because they are coming from the ocean. Lots of moisture. You can see lots of clouds in the atmosphere the whole day, just like what we've been experiencing in the past few days. Because the atmosphere is cloudy, it blocks the rays of the sun from getting to the surface. So the sun is there, it's shining, but it doesn't get here. So in effect, temperatures will be very low. Around the same time, there's something we call upwelling. Upwelling is when the sea surface temperature gets very cold. So fishes move from the bottom of the sea towards the surface because they want to get the nutrients at the surface of the sea. So once the wind is moving from the ocean, it carries that cold conditions over the ocean and bring them here. There's also another cold current over the South Atlantic Ocean called the Benguela current. It's very cool. So as the winds are blowing from there too, they carry those things along. This all happens within July and August. That is why we see very cool conditions in August and July. So it's normal, just that there are variations every year. So there are years where you would have very cool conditions. Other years will be slightly warmer. So those variations will happen from year to year, but it's normal around August.
Oh, wow. Okay, so please, I can see there's a machine beside you. Please, can you tell us what it does?
All right, so this is a message switching system. What we are doing basically, I was telling you that every part of the world needs to know what is happening in each country. So we use this to transmit our weather information on the ground to the global telecommunication system. So anybody in Europe, anywhere in the world, will be able to get the weather information in Accra, the weather information in Akuse, the weather information in Damongo, Tamale, any part of Ghana. The same way, we can also receive weather information from any parts of the world. So this is what we use to do that process. It's a message switching system. So we collect the information from our stations within the country. We use this one to transmit them through the global telecommunication system for all the meteorological community to get access to them.
Awesome. I did not know a lot of things about the weather, but you have enlightened me a lot about the weather. And I hope our viewers watching have also learned a lot. But please, do you have any final words to our viewers?
Okay. You know, Accra is a low-lying area. So most of the rain around the eastern region areas, they are a bit high, the mountainous areas. They end up in Accra. So they cause the flooding we see here. So what we can do now is to prepare for the rainfall season. Make sure our gutters are desilted. If you live around, make sure you don't throw refuse into your gutters. So let's get some grass in our homes. Let's try and collect some water when it's raining to at least reduce the amount of runoff we can get. And then prepare ourselves for the rainfall season so that we don't get any flooding issues and casualties within the minor rainfall season.
Thank you so much for your time. And as I said earlier, I've learned a lot. And I hope my viewers too watching have learned a lot. But for now, that's all we have for you on What the Adults Say segment.
Need to pond this. This is Juliet. Sugar cane sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. Sobolo juice mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get a reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know, so you're gonna so man them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and it's now time for us to get chatting with our discovery of the week. So let's have it on.
Find your love. Girl, you never know, so you're gonna to find your love. Much anything, no girl, don't go. Find me like a thief.
How are you feeling today?
I'm great.
Okay, so please, can you give us a brief background about yourself?
Okay, thanks for giving me this opportunity. I go by the name Anita Enim, but I'm Nita Official on all social media platforms. I attend school at Villawood International School located at Kutubabi around Spintex. I come from Western North region and my parents are Mr. and Mrs. Enim.
We know you love singing and you've done many covers for different trending songs.
Yeah.
So what goes into that and who helps you?
Well, I'll say my auntie, who happens to be my manager, has always been my #1 supporter, and she really helps me and assists me, and she assists me throughout the year, and also I'll say a lot of effort and hard work goes into what I do.
So what would you say is this one thing you would like doing aside singing?
Okay, I love acting and presenting as well, and I'm quite jovial.
How old are you and what age did you start singing?
Okay, I'm 13, but I just turned 14 this month, and I started singing when I was 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where would you like to be in the next 5 or 10 years?
Okay, in the next 5 or 10 years, I'd like to find myself in a reputable management team and also go viral and further my education as well.
Yes. So, at a young age, did you always want to be a presenter or actor or singer, an artist?
Well, when I was 7, I had always wanted to be a singer, but I never thought of presenting. I just discovered that I know how to present.
Who is your inspiration in both the presenting and singing field?
Okay, I'll say my inspiration or my role model in singing is Kidz and Adina. And when it comes to presenting to, I'll say Anita Kufu.
Okay.
Oh, Auntie Anita, the Kidz Arena had an interview with her a few weeks ago.
It was actually one of my favorite episodes. Yes.
Mine too.
Yeah, so what's that one thing that you would have to change in the world if you had the power to do so?
Wow. Okay, I think criticism. This always results in discouragement, and in this world, whatever you do, people will always have something to say about it. And if I had the power, I would have changed this habit about human or about the world.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, but sometimes it could also help you.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from. Yes.
So, between your mom and your dad, who would you say contributes a lot in what you are doing?
Okay. They both contribute, but my mom really does.
Oh, and your auntie?
Yeah, my auntie.
So, if you create a song, which artist would you like to have a feature on this song?
Adina.
And I can see the love you have for Adina because everything Adina.
Yeah.
So, what are your final words to our viewers watching?
I'd like to tell all kids out there and parents watching that if you're someone that has discovered your talent or something you are good at, please work on it in order for you not to lose that talent.
Before we allow you to go, can you do a short a cappella for us?
Oh, a cappella. Okay, I actually have a song with Aurelia and I prefer to perform with her.
Oh, okay, then let's do it. But before, why are you trying to sell me out? Okay, no worries, let's do it.
Okay.
Need upon this stone girl, whatever you want you gon' find. Price wisely and use your mind. Just one day go be the grind to show the get to some kind. No food for the lazy man. Black man hate his fellow black man. Backbiting, no positivity. Them wish we down far, but still we feeling high rate. Nothing could have make we boring. When your head is my backest, more blessings coming my way. But still we feeling high rate. Nothing could have make we boring. When your head is my backest, more blessings coming my way.
Aurelia.
Me, I'm like a girl with a big heart. Never it on me, cause life is too short. You pushing harder, blessings coming faster. So me now one door, always me fast and pray. The plenty money must come my way. 4 a.m. I'm still away. Our hustle must there one day.
We feeling high rate. Nothing could have make we boring. When your head is my backest, more blessings coming my way. But still we feeling high rate. Nothing could have make we boring. When your head is my backest, more blessings coming my way. My way. Them say we bad,
With no evidence.
Okay, so if you want to watch more, just come to my concerts, Because yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
And so I hope our viewers watching have enjoyed this little time we had with her. But thank you once again for your time.
Wow, that was certainly fun. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Let's go see what's been going on with Robbie, our international correspondent.
Good morning, guys. Robbie here on today's segment as the international correspondent for Kidz Arena. Now, I'm going to be informing you on how Ghana is and what UK is and what they both have in common when it comes to weather conditions and climate change. Now, as most of you guys know, Ghana has two main seasons. The wet season, which is the rainy season, and the dry season, which is the really hot and sunny season. But here in the UK, we have it different actually. We have 4 seasons, which is first one, spring, which occurs in March until May. And then we have summer, which is June until August. And then we have autumn, which is September until November. And then finally we have December, which is winter basically. And it's from December to February. Now, both of these countries have something in common, which is climate change. Just that it's not the way that you would actually think. So in Ghana, when it's the raining season, it's more like a lot more rainy instead of warm. But then obviously in the dry season it is a lot more hot. So you guys better get some ready and get your sunscreen ready when it's the dry season. But here in the UK now, when we're expecting all the time like bad weather or rain, we got 2 heat waves, which is actually pretty good, but also bad at the same time. You have the lovely heat, but then you also have people not going to school, not being able to go to work, which is a huge setback as well to productivity. Now guys, as you already know, Ghana has gone through the raining season, and I'm pretty sure you guys are probably still going through the raining season. But as you know, or hopefully know, there have been lots of floods due to what people think is climate change. So guys, these are the similarities in both countries, the UK and Ghana. We all need to come together and sort out climate change. We need to cut down on the amount of fuel that we use as well. But most importantly, to have a nice green, safe environment, we need to cut down on all the refuse in the gutters and put them in the sensible place, where is the bin. Thanks guys, that's it for today as your international correspondent. Now, my name is Robert Addy, as you all know. Take care and enjoy your lovely weekend. Bye bye. I'll pass it over to you guys, Emilio and Oriella. Adios.
That was informative. Thank you very much, Robbie. But now, let's check out what has been happening lately on the Kidz Trends. Crystal Heights International School in Amasaman marked its 4th graduation ceremony with various display of our Ghanaian culture and other activities to wow parents and invited guests. Nana AK of Talented Kids fame, who happens to be a student of the school, also performed to wow patrons.
Hello guys, it's your boy Nana AK trying to shot winner for TV3 Talented Kids, and welcome to my school, Crystal Heights International School. Culture, our heritage. Drumming is also part of our culture. Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie. Isu sanso meraso. Chani abetina nya kwadu. We ya kurochia mansa jansa we afua yedi wachia. And that's yana mkumkwao. We ya sumkesia yedi wachia asurinka yenda biarada. I have campaign some Nana Kanishok says, you are greatest.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, please I am here to present this smart walking stick. It is made with an Arduino sensor, a vibrator and a buzzer. It is used to help blind people in walking. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. Ooh, you make me wanna cry.
for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Remember to keep being nice to each other. We will be right back.
Keep smiling. Welcome back. Wow! Those beautiful sounds you just heard are from our star of the week. Let's welcome him and have a chat with him. Hello.
Hi guys.
It's great to have you on the Kidz Arena, first of all.
Thank you.
What age did you first start playing the piano?
Well, I started learning the piano when I was 3.
3. And how old are you now?
I'll be 14 next month.
Okay, so our viewers who don't know you yet, can you give us a brief background about yourself?
My name is Nicholas Nate. I come from a family of 5.
Okay.
I have 2 siblings. When I was 3, my dad decided to start teaching me the piano because he was the church organist.
Oh,
okay.
So he started teaching me, and my mom, later on when I grew a little bit older, my mom started taking me to piano classes in schools. And right now I'm being taught by the famous composer and pianist Amos George Tete.
Oh, okay. So that must feel nice, right? Getting taught from the best.
Yes.
And so, do you get nervous when you have to play at an event with lots of people?
No, I actually like the crowd. It encourages me to do better.
Okay.
have you always wanted to play the piano?
Yes,
Okay.
I always.
What else would you like to be apart from a pianist?
I like to be an aeronautic engineer to build aircraft and stuff.
Oh, okay. Would you like to fly them?
No.
Okay.
Where would you like to be seen, or who would you like to be in the next 5 or 10 years?
Well, I would like to be an aeronautic engineer, but I'll still be in school. But I would like to be an aeronautic engineer and definitely not leave my music behind.
So talking about school, where do you school?
Rosharon Montessori.
Okay. What songs would you like to play? Like, what more advanced songs would you like to play in the next few months?
I would like to arrange a few stuff in the hymn now.
Who would you say is your inspiration in like playing the piano?
My inspiration in playing the piano is mostly my mom and my dad, and sometimes the people who are watching me.
So why are they your inspiration?
Because my mom and my dad had helped me to learn this for a very long time, and the people watching me encourage me to think about the future and how big I'll be.
You said you have 2 siblings, right?
Yes, please.
So sometimes do they criticize you in terms of your music?
No, they're actually learning after me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so are they also aspiring to play the piano one day?
Yes.
Oh, so they are
Yeah.
following your leads.
Yes.
You said that your father was the church organist, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, would you also like to play in the church?
Yeah, I already play at the church.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Are there any other instruments that you like?
I also play the guitar. I'm learning to play the guitar, and hopefully I'll continue with the drums and trumpet.
Okay. How are you able to balance like practicing the piano and school?
We have a music lab in our school, and I practice there on my break times and lunch times.
Oh, okay. Is there a school band?
Yes.
And you're part of it, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the songs they play there?
They mostly play Ghanaian high life, and sometimes songs from Kwame Eugene, Stonebwoy, and other stuff.
Okay. I guess you would like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
Do you have any messages for people who want to become pianists like you?
They should listen to their piano teachers and tutors and practice more.
Okay. And what about the people who have been very helpful to you in your career so far?
I would like to say a big thank you to my dad and my mom for helping teaching me this. And I would like to also thank my piano teacher, Mr. Amos. Then I would like to thank my school piano teacher, the leader of the school band, Mr. Henry Botchry, sorry.
Okay.
Then I would also like to thank my 4 friends, Kidz Arena, Jeffrey, and Frederick, for encouraging me to enter the school band.
Oh, wow. Amazing. I enjoyed every bit of this conversation. And I can't get enough of what you did for us at the beginning of the conversation. So, do you have more in store for us?
Yes, I actually do.
Wow, us.
Okay.
Wow. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed today's episode. What about you, Aurelia?
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I hope the viewers at home have also enjoyed today's episode and are also inspired to learn a new musical instrument.
Oh, I am so much inspired.
Okay. So, Nicholas, take us away. We'll see you next week, same time.
Bye-bye.